to see you here with us, and the interest that you have in this destination gives me double pleasure. We can start with a little video. I hope you enjoy it. Let's start. My name is Guillermina Camarena, and I work in the conventions office of Zihuatanejo. So today I'm in charge of showing you a bit about this destination. Let's see where we are geographically. And we're in the beautiful Mexican Pacific coast. And from there, there's Mexico. And as you can see, it's an excellent position. We're very close to the main cities in Mexico to be able to get to this destination. Here's a little map of Ixtapa Zihuatanejo, where you can see where Ixtapa is, where Zihuatanejo is, and the distance between one and the other, which basically is a little destination. And this is very interesting because you can make the most of it in less time. The climate is a very special and polemic subject because there are months that when it shouldn't be cold, it's cold, and when it shouldn't rain, and it rains. So, but Ixtapa Zihuatanejo keeps an average temperature of between 24 and 28 centigrade. Obviously, the humidity, we have a rainy season, and this is from May to September, which helps us to make it a very more colorful and beautiful destination. The access by land, we're very well connected, and we have, here are the times, how long it takes by road from the main cities in Mexico that we have around us and that connect us from Morelia, which is a beautiful road, and the federal road number 200 that goes from Acapulco. This is our road access, and we obviously have air access as well, which is completely incredible because we have flights from lots of places where foreigners visit us, and those country people who live outside Mexico. We have connectivity with Mexico City, Toluca, Querétaro, Guadalajara, Acapulco, Monterrey, and internationally. We have these regular flights from the United States, from Los Angeles, Houston, Phoenix, Denver. And after this Tianguis, we're going to have many other companies. But we came to this event to negotiate and to get more flights and more connectivity. We have our winter season, which is what we call our season, with all these cities from United States and Canada. And as you can see, it's very well connected. The winter season, the airlines start more or less in October and finish in April. Some go on a bit longer, but we're completely covered in the winter, offering a destination, a very warm destination as far as friendship, and the hotel offer is very important. We have a beautiful destination, but we also have the comfort of having somewhere to relax and to wake up and to eat and to sleep is very important. We have a huge palette of options as far as hotels with all inclusive or not all inclusive, and some have some special packages. There are huge hotels and some a bit smaller, medium size, with salons, without salons, with sea view, with mountain view. It's an incredible variety because some were all luxury boutique hotels, double double pleasure because we have the option of being in Ixtapa or Zihuatanejo, and in 10 or 15 minutes in car or bus or taxi you can get from one side to the other. These are the hotels that we have to offer. A quick overview of each of the hotels. As you can see, the main hotel chains, and we'll go round the hotels in Zihuatanejo because that's got its own special charm. Ixtapa Zihuatanejo has one characteristic. We're 100% Mexico, and in this place you can smell, you can try, you can feel what Mexico is. That's one of the differences that's most underlined in all of the beach destinations in Mexico, not to mention brands, but we don't have the ones that are everywhere because we've got the same, but obviously with the local brand as well, with the Mexican brand. And that's what we want to show abroad, to show that we're proudly Mexican. And so you can see a part of the beautiful hotels in Zihuatanejo. One of the most beautiful bays is the La Ropa Beach. You can shut your eyes and imagine yourself on a beach with a closed bay where there's very tiny waves, and hear the waves and enjoying your morning coffee on the beach. Let's carry on to our beaches. And as I said, look at this spectacular view. And this is the Palmar Beach, which has a clean beach certification with Blue Flag, which is an international certification. We also have national ones, and we're keeping it. And we're carrying out this program very well because we've been through all the exams and the certification, and we're carrying on. We continue. It's a very long beach, very wide, and where lots of surfing it goes on. It's 10 minutes from Ixtapa. It's where we don't have so many hotels. It's a virgin beach, but there's a trailer park where you can camp, really good, and it's a place that the kids like to go and surf because there's nothing there. But it's within Ixtapa, Playa Quieta Beach. It's not that quiet because it's got some bigger waves here, but it's also in Ixtapa. And each of the beaches have their own characteristics, the sand, the different color, the different waves. Some are higher, some are smaller, but all close to everything. This has now got a hotel, the Club Med, but there are also beaches where anybody can go. We have one of our treasures in Ixtapa Zihuatanejo is the island, this little place. You can only get there by boat or swimming, or now the paddle boards are fashionable too, and you can paddle over. What am I going to find on the island? There's restaurants, activities. You can go snorkeling. I can relax, have a cocktail, have a pina colada. It's completely relaxed there, but I can enjoy the beauty in the sea as well. La Ropa Beach. This is in Zihuatanejo. This is the beach that I mentioned. It's a closed beach where there's very small waves. It's a beautiful beach, and it's one of the beaches that people like best. The foreigners like it best. So does the national tourism. It's a family beach where children can enjoy without being dragged by waves. This is a beach where we offer a space where it's out of the way, and you can go by boat, or there's a part where there's a bit of rocks for those who like to climb on the rocks. This is Las Gatas Beach. It also has restaurants. It has very good food. And another option is to do a bit of water sports or relax, go and eat, enjoy the day. La Madera Beach is one of the beaches that are in Zihuatanejo. We have a passage, a walkway where people can go and walk in the morning and people do exercise, and you can see the beauty of this beach. And it's part of Zihuatanejo. Right next to Playa La Ropa, there's a sculpture that represents Acapulco. This is one of the 7 regions that we represent. The main beach is right in the center of town, where there's a basketball court, where they have parties and there's food and things going on. And you can relax on this beautiful beach. It's a beach that doesn't have waves either. And you can just sit and watch the sunset, which is incredible. We have the beaches, we have hotels, but we also have other things going on. And what we want to generate in visitors is an experience, something that they take away with them that goes above and beyond, and they take it home and talk to their friends and their bosses. And so they're an ambassador, a positive ambassador for the destination of Ixtapa Zihuatanejo. Within some of the activities, there's surf. It's very important, and it's one of the sports that the kids do in this beach destinations. We've got competitors here. We've got world champions of this sport, and we support the tournaments and competitions from kids to the most professional adults. And we also have this kind of activity. There's fauna and flora, and you can carry out sports. There's kayak. There's an area which in the rainy season you've got these beautiful mangroves, listening to the birds, and there's an incredible variety. We have 600 varieties. From there, some live there and some emigrate. And it's a very nice experience. And let's go on to the sport fishing. We're one of the destinations with the most diversity as far as sea life. And it gives us an added bonus because there's lots. And the fishermen, the sport is very important, and they're looking for mahi-mahi. And there's a time for this, and you can find out about this and find out on our website about when the best fishing is. You can do a catamaran trip. It's very romantic to see the sunset and in the sea with a cocktail in your hand and with your friends or with your partner, or just go and enjoy this moment. It's spectacular, and during the day you can carry out water sports while you're doing this trip through the bays in Zihuatanejo as well as Ixtapa. This is one of the sports that are very fashionable recently, and it's done competitively in a lot of places. Why not? Also in Ixtapa Zihuatanejo, we have competitions, and it's one of the ones that people like to do. It's a challenge. It's in the water, in the sun, in the water. It's a relaxing time in your trip, and it's got very popular, and we do it as well. We also have all the water sports and jet skis. We have a certified beach, and so we have special places where people can ride their water bikes and do their trips. Now they don't come into the middle of the beach. This is one of the things that are demanded to have a clean beach certificate, but it still goes on in other places. And all types of water sports, like the parachute also, which has its specific places on the beach and with regulations, but it carries out. And the parachutes, it's wonderful to see all that beauty from the sky. It's incredible. I talked about snorkeling and sport fishing, and that we have the diversity. And when you go snorkeling, you're going to see lots of everything. You're going to see lots of everything as far as color and size and species. And the truth is that it's like watching a movie in front of your eyes in the sea. For those who like this and who like snorkeling and scuba diving, it's a jewel. Those who haven't done it before, like me, it's really attractive. The snorkeling, less water, you don't go so deep, but there's an opportunity to see this water zoo, that beautiful, where you can't hear anything and you see so much. So it's a very interesting time. We have Tyrolese, this sport, this contact with nature, which is ecotouristic, and we have it it's 10 meters, that maybe kids can't do it, but it's actually for the whole family. Even kids 9, 10 years old can do it, and the dad and even grandma can do it, because it's all controlled properly. It's not that high, and it's not like some of the bigger ones in other places. Also, with the four-wheel motorbikes, you can go on fantastic trips where at the end of the tour you've got mud all over you, and you went over water, and it's great fun. And until now, I haven't said anybody who says, no, I'm not going to do that, because they're all muddy and dirty at the end of it. It's an unforgettable experience, and if you have the opportunity to visit us, it's one of the experiences that I would most recommend. Don't miss it. So if you have a chance, is the setting free baby turtles, and you can see it walking down the sand. And to talk about all of this that goes on now, preserving the species and a species that we're losing, it's something that, as I said, it's an experience that we want you to have with us. And this is another unforgettable experience. We're going to the bike paths. I love this. It's very easy. The kids are saying what they like. They love it because it's beautiful. It's a bike track that's one of the most beautiful ones. It's well drawn up. You're going on a route where you can hear the birds and seeing the local animals, possums and rabbits. I've seen all sorts of things on this bike track. It's a beautiful. You can walk, you can go by bike, you can go on a skateboard, whatever you want. So it's something that you shouldn't miss. Here's some of the birds that we get. There's ducks that come from Argentina, that come from a long way. They choose Ixtapa Zihuatanejo. You have to do that. We also have a dolphin park where there are special programs for groups, for couples. What you want to do, we can do it in the dolphin park. And to have this contact with the animals is a great experience. And of course, the nightlife is important in any destination. Ixtapa Zihuatanejo has as good as anywhere. Maybe not as much as in some other places, but it covers all of your needs of the visitors in having a night out in the disco, or in singing, or having a drink, or hanging out with your friends. And the next day you can go early and have a golf tournament or a golf game with my friends in either of the 2 golf courses that we have, which are fantastic. And one is on the way in and one's at the end near the marina. Either of them at 18 holes, both professionally designed. And also weddings and romance. That's an important part of all destinations today. It's a group that goes and want to have the best experience. The bride, it's once only. That's what the bride is thinking. We're only going to get married once. We want this to be a special moment. And in our destination, we have a group of ladies, women, who make this dream come true, because they're the wedding planners, the specialists in weddings, who are going to recommend everything that's needed, so that you don't have to do the work as a bride or as bride's mothers. These girls, these wedding specialists, are going to help. And we're completely romantic there. In the congresses and convention part, we offer 32 hotels of superior category, with the biggest capacity is 1,970 square meters. We have a huge offer for congresses and conventions, and the same as in weddings, the hotels have somebody specialized who can give you all the recommendations, whether you need audio visual, or I need a different series to do an event. As convention and visitors office and with the hotels, we support you, so that instead of doing 20 inspection tours, we can get it all together for you. We have an archaeological zone. We're working on it. It's called Chihuacan. If you hear about it, it's near Petatlan. It's known It's known as La Chola. It's incredible. It's got a bowl game, which has got special characteristics, which nobody else or no other place has. We're going to, this is homework. We've got lots of history. And now, if you've had breakfast, that's good. But if not, we've got this gastronomy. This is where the fish strips were invented. Maybe it's a very simple dish, but whoever knows how to do it properly, when you try it, it's absolutely different. We've got high gastronomy. The foreign chefs who visit us were incredibly impressed by the level of knowledge that our chefs, that our people, our kitchen staff in hotels and restaurants have. And also, you have to look for gifts. You always want to get something for your friends, for your old school friends. We've got 3 artisan markets where you can get that little gift, that little souvenir that I take it back for one of my friends. The architecture in Zihuatanejo, the style is very important. Anywhere you visit in that place. We're an international peace city. We have this certification, and we can explain a bit more about this because that would take some time. But we're very proud of being a city of peace, of tradition, of culture, of friendship, comfort, and tranquility. 100% Mexico. And so I invite you to live the enchantment of this traditional fishing village. We're the home of the best events. We've got our arms open to welcome you. And the international tournaments for fishing, sailfish, triathlon, the children's paradise, which is in the summer, the 5K race, and many others which go on through the year. And in November, we have the triathlon challenge, which is, we've got a yoga campus in November. Obviously, the Surf Open is important, and different surf tournaments go on. Ixtapa Zihuatanejo, the home of any event that you could imagine. We invite you to tell us about your experience. The Tianguis is 40 years old, and if you come to Ixtapa, come and see our networks and ask us. And thank you very much for being here. We're rushing, but the time is important here. And thank you very much for the girls from the university who are studying tourism, and they're the future of Mexico. Thank you. And here we've got some gifts that we're going to give you. Enjoy your tianguis. Thank you.